Hello? Well, you can say some words. French, eh? Okay, I'm not doing it then. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. It's your boy Deepins here. Now today I'm going to show you how to glide across the map with any kind of bike. You can kind of see I'm using a bike that you can just steal off the road.
And I showed you the technique.
No, I already knew it, I just didn't know how to do it. Because I knew how to do it, I just didn't know you had to keep the gas on. But basically you want to go at a far distance, you want to press down on the gas, you want to hold it while you're in the air, and you want to basically, you know, keep it just like this. And then now you can pretty much glide across the map. Look at my stream, big boy. Well then you ain't gonna know because I ain't gonna say it. Plus you don't need to copy my stuff anyway, because it's not gonna get you no views copying off of other people. Yours would be a lot stupider.
Nope.
So guys, it is not an easy technique to do because you'll have to keep the back tire pretty much going forward, but one thing I will say is you're gonna need a big ramp and a lot of speed. Now, could you glide across the map with a regular oppressor, one that already can glide, but you don't have a glide mode on? You probably could as long as you boosted it to get more speed, because I know that thing probably isn't fast. So yeah, I mean, you basically just want to keep it balanced like this. You can pretty much go anywhere you want. It will sometimes make you choke. But now we're going to go into a real match.
Hold on.
And we're going to try to do it ourselves. Because that right there was just us trying to create a race to see if we can get it to work. But now we're going to go into a real match with a real bike and see if we can hit the ramp at the airport in general and see if you can glide across country with it. Because I know that if you're doing a race, you can place down a ramp and glide. But I don't know if you can go into a real match, like a real lobby, and hit any kind of ramp and then just glide. Now, of course, it's got to be dark time, so it might be a little harder to do it. It ain't got to be nighttime. I was just saying that it's got to be nighttime in my lobby, because, you know, I don't like to be at nighttime, but here it is being nighttime. But anyways, if you own any kind of bikes, what I would suggest you to do is just go ahead and start up a motorcycle club if you got one, and get your fastest bike, because, you know, I don't know. Now, my fastest bike is probably the Badger, because I don't own any other bike except for an oppressor, a Badger, and a dirt
Dave
bike.
Here. We're in a bit of a crisis situation here in paradise. Now the kind of music lads have been hit with a bad case of the munchies. They're after pizza, specifically. And only something from the mainland will do. I don't suppose you could see your way to flying some over?
But most of the
Business
time,
class?
I'm doing it first try.
Oh, that's a crying shame. Be the change you wish to see and all that. I'll just have to see if anyone delivers to the Caribbean.
Alright, so this is probably the fastest bike I got, is the Badger right now. Now, Can we buy another bike? Yes, we could. But do we exactly have the money? No, we don't. But can we sell something for the money? Yes, we can. Can we do a side submission for it? Yes, you still can. But I think it would be best if we just kind of go with what we have. But because I feel like the Badger isn't going to do very well, I don't think we're going to be able to do it. Now, I can get this other fast bike, and it is a free bike because I have that pack. It's called a Pegasus Vortex. We'll go ahead and order that up because one, it's free. Get me that real quick. I thought I've had it before, but I've probably gotten rid of it a couple times. I don't know. Let's see if we've got any other bikes we can get in here. I don't know. I don't really care right now either. But if I were you, go to the airport. It don't matter what kind of airport, just somewhere that has ramps. Or if you know, like, any way of ramping off a building somehow, then you can do that too. And I don't mean ramping off a building by going to a garage building, going to the top and hitting the ramps they have there. That's not what I mean. I mean, if you want to try that, you can. More than likely, it's going to fail. Now, we're going to drive our Badger over there. We're going to try the Badger first because it's the first bike I pulled out. Then next, we're going to try the Vortex. We're doing this in a regular match. We're not doing this in no race match. If you want to glide across the map because you think it's cool, you can go into creator mode and director mode. Or you can do how some people do it. They stay in story mode, they go into the online, then go to creator. Normally I would just, if it was me, I'd go into director mode, then creator mode, because then you don't have to do setting down all these racing props and stuff. Won't show up no timer or anything. You could literally just set down ramps and vehicles and, well, not really vehicles. You would have to own the vehicles out of your garage. So if you own any vehicles inside of one of your character's garages, then you can do it that way. But you can't spawn in vehicles like you could in Creator Online. Now, will this ramp right here work? I don't know. Actually, it won't because I just went flying off and I'm gonna die. Oh, I didn't even die from that. Okay, sick. We didn't die. I don't know how we didn't, but we didn't die. Cool.
Okay, so I'm gonna glide my way over to the airport and then drop down. So, yeah. I don't know if I'll make it on land or in the water, but we can see.
Alright, so we're going to try one more time with this ramp, and then we're going to go over to the next ramp. Will it work? I don't know. We don't even know if any of these regular ramps in this game will work. So far, from what I noticed, you can't do it with the Badger. I don't think. Because I just tried it. We were in the air perfectly. I don't know exactly how much speed you have to have, but we were in the air perfectly and it did not go very well. So now we are going to bring out the Vortex. It has no upgrades because we just bought it free. We didn't have any money to do so. Because if we had money, I think I would have already had a bike. No, I don't think you really need upgrades for the Vortex anyway, because it's kind of a fast bike in general.
Alright, so I'm at the airport and I hit that ramp thing, and I did glide for a little bit, but the thing is that I either think I didn't get enough speed or the ramp was just too small to even glide, because I didn't glide too far.
Alright, so now we're gonna hit this other ramp here.
but I definitely could tell that I was gliding. I don't know if it's the reason why it's because the ramp was too small, or I just wasn't going fast enough, or
Alright, so he died.
Really
So,
weird.
one thing I'm gonna say is hitting the ramps at the airport do not work.
Now I'm gonna hit the ramp one more time to see, but I still
So, one thing I will say is doing it in a regular match does not work. And most people you do see it doing, they're more than likely in creator mode on either director or just creator mode online, using vehicles off of that. More than likely, a lot of people doing director mode trying to trying to hide the little director thing and pretend they're doing it online when they're really not.
Okay, so I did hit the ramp again, and the same thing happened. I was gliding, but the thing is that I didn't go past the fence. So it does work a little bit, but you're not going to get as high as you would with a big ramp. So if you see anyone using like a big, like a small, and I know it could just be us, but I know it's not, because if I can get it first try on this every time, then I can get it first try on the small stuff too.
Alright. So, can you glide with any bike in a regular lobby? No, you cannot. Now, we only tried 2 ramps, so I can't say you cannot 100%. But the 2 ramps we've tried were the only biggest ramps in this game. So, pretty much all I'm gonna have to tell you is no, you cannot glide online.
Well, if you publish this map and then play it, you can. So, if you publish it and then you or your friends or something can play it together, y'all can glide. But, yeah.
So now we're gonna try this one more time, y'all. So it does not work. One thing I will say that kind of seems like it's working is whenever I do go high off of hitting the ramp and I try to do the gliding method, when I hit the ground, I actually don't die. I take damage, but I don't die normally. Like when you hit the ground hard, you freaking die from falling off. So maybe the gliding method can help you from dying real fast, but I don't know about gliding in general. Because I'm even using a fast bike, and the fast bike isn't doing anything. I'm doing it exactly the way I was doing it, and the other thing. Yeah, see? Doesn't work. We even tried it with a small ramp, and we did get high speed. We did get a high altitude in the air. But did it work? No, it did not. So, one thing I will tell you is you cannot glide in a regular lobby. If you see someone doing it, they're cheating, they're somewhat using mods or something. Because there's no way you can do it with a regular bike and glide across the map, no matter what you hit. No matter what bike you use, because all you need is a fast bike, and I have a fast bike. It ain't gotta be any faster than the speed I'm going right now. Now we'll try it one more time, even though we know we're probably gonna die. And I do know it's kind of a fake. And we died. I told you. So, can you glide in there in a real match. Even in a public match. No, you cannot.
Well,
so, for anyone who tries to do it, don't do it, because if you're watching me, you know it don't work.
Well, I think if you publish your map, you can still do it. 'Cause, I mean, the ramp is still gonna be there. So maybe if you publish your map, it'll probably work. So, what you can play online with people. But if you're talking about like normal online, then I don't think. I mean, maybe if you got like a bunch of speed and you knew where that ramp was, or whatever, and you hit it, maybe. But I don't know. I just feel like hitting a big ramp like this will be easier for gliding. Now, yeah, I do have both oppressors, but I'm just doing this real quick because it's fun. Now, if you don't know how to do it, there is a YouTuber that made a video on it.
So, you're looking at me right now. We've already tried out 2 of the biggest ramps in a regular lobby, and they did not work. But now I'm going to go into director mode on story mode. I think I have at least 1 bike, and we can try it in there. And if it still doesn't work, then we know gliding overall just doesn't work unless you're doing it in a race that has a big enough ramp. So we are leaving GTA Online, and we're going to be going into director mode and story mode, and then go into creator mode and place down the biggest ramp that we can find. Not really the biggest, because you don't need the biggest, because if you try to drive a bike up a ramp at a fast speed, you're going to lose all that speed because your bike is trying its hardest to make it up. So we just need a big enough ramp like what we were doing at the start of the video. Which shouldn't be hard to get at all. So now we're hopping into director mode. By the way, guys, I will be playing the Crew 2 today because it's still on sale, and I think our dad is getting me a $10 card.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna see how far in the ocean
I can't wait to play the Crew 2, but since I deleted the demo, I had to re-download the whole game because my dad said if you have the demo downloaded, then when you buy the full game, as long as it's still downloaded on your system, you won't have to download the game. You just automatically get the game free.
We're gonna be trying to see how far we can glide with the Gta5 into the ocean. Hopefully, I don't know what happens, because I mean, it's probably just gonna stop making gliding, you know?
So I don't really care what character we're using.
Yeah,
we're just gonna use my GTA Online character in director mode.
Alright, so if y'all wanna know how to get speed with the gliding, then I'll show y'all that. I can't really tell y'all the buttons because I don't have a cam.
Alright, so
watch out.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pull out a vehicle. Hopefully we got a bike in here somewhere. Gta5 right here. I knew we had a bike.
Now the Gta5 is probably one of the top best bikes for stunts because it's just so good. It's not, I mean, it's not.
So
like
here's our Gta5. Now we're gonna make our way to the airport since it's got the biggest and flattest area to be doing any kind of ramping. If you hear any plane crashes, just know the AIs who drive the planes in the air that tried to land there are trying to land, but they're crashing into the ramp. I've actually had that happen a couple times. It was kind of funny, but then eventually it got annoying.
Okay, so
now, if you're trying to learn how to do the gliding, because you already got a ramp and everything, The one thing I can tell you, I won't be able to show you because I ain't got a hand cam. But one thing I can tell you is that when you're driving really fast to hit the ramp, once you hit the ramp, you pull back and you have to even the bike out. But you also have to keep holding the gas, because if you didn't let go of that gas, or if you just try to go without the gas, then it's not gonna work. You're just gonna be falling to the ground.
The guy, I watched a YouTuber do it. I think the video was like 3 years ago or something like that, and that's who I learned how to do it from. I didn't learn how to like do the entire thing because I still had to practice to do it, but I learned what to do from them. So if you want to, you can check this YouTube out. Just type in how to glide on a motorcycle. It should pop up. I'm still subscribed to him. He does a bunch of fun. Also, you can also wall climb buildings with motorcycles and BMXs, but it's hard because as soon as you hit the building, you have to only let the front tire hit and stuff, and it's hard. But he also made a video on how to do that, so y'all can check him out if y'all want. Now, I would have added him in the description, but for some reason
Alright, so we are now officially at the airport. It didn't take long to get here because we were on a bike. But now, here's what we're gonna do. Now, you want to go into Scene Creator. I said Creator the first time, but I actually meant Scene Creator when you're in this point of view. Now, you want to get off the bike to do this because you're gonna have to walk around to place the ramps. I know, walking around sounds like crap. Sounds like something nobody wants to do. Now, when you're doing ramps like this, you don't actually have to walk around. So this is about the size of the ramp that we were doing the first time. So we're gonna place this one right about here.
If y'all want to know how to get speed when doing the glide, this is how you do it. So first you need to get in the air and glide, and then you're going to want to have your front tire end off like this, because instead of you gliding, you're going to start falling to get speed. And then after you get to speed, you want to just go back.
So you want to place two ramps. One ramp that is one size and the other ramp that is a different size. Hold on, y'all. I had to disconnect my controller because it's being a crackhead. Alright, so now you want to spawn in your bike again, because when you go into Scene Creator, it's going to get rid of your bike.
So I'd probably say about right here is a good enough distance to be able to do the glide. I mean,
so we have two different ramps. One ramp is one size and the other one is just like an inch or two bigger.
So you can glide forever. You will never hit the ground if you do this right. But you can go up in the air, you can go down, stay in the middle. It's basically like you're flying, but with a baby.
So can you glide in director mode? Well, I cannot say no, because we actually kind of had it going until our bike decided to stop us and lean a different way. So I'm not going to say no yet, but let's hit the other ramp at a different speed and see if it changes anything at all, because we got one medium-sized ramp and one big ramp. So now we're going for the bigger ramp. So let's see how this one goes. So can you glide? I don't know, because it kind of seems like we're gliding when we do it. But we're not, because we're not staying in the air. So now we're going to turn on something and see if this changes anything. So we're going to turn on low gravity. Now we're gonna see if low gravity does change anything. Now low gravity definitely does make your bike a little bit slower, but that's why you're gonna have to start at a different part of the map and go for a lot more speed. Cause really it looks like you're going slow when you're on a bike with low gravity on, but really if you think about it, you're not actually going as slow as it looks. Cause if you didn't have that on, you'd actually be going a whole lot faster. So now we're gonna hit the bigger ramp again at another speed, and we're gonna see if that changes anything at all. Now, does low gravity change anything? We don't know because we haven't tried it in director mode. But that's what we're trying right now.
But as you can see, I'm past the cloud limit and now I'm falling again because I wanted to. And as you can see, I'm gliding still. I mean, you can fly anywhere you want with it as long as you don't die, pretty much.
So, does low gravity help? I mean, I don't know if it was just low gravity that got us this far, or if it was us gliding. I don't know. But it kind of seems like low gravity probably did most of the work. But now let's turn it off and do exactly what we did the first time. But now I gotta disconnect the controller again because being a cracker.
Okay guys, but if y'all are bored and have nothing to do on GTA, this is fun. But like I said, just type in how to bike glide on a motorcycle and the YouTuber should pop up and he gives more details on how to do it.
Alright, so now we're gonna go back around one more time with the bigger ramp with low gravity turned off, and then we're gonna try what we did the first time.
That's who I learned it from. I learned it from a YouTuber. I didn't learn exactly how to do it because I was still practicing.
So can you glide in story mode? My answer is no. If you want to make it look like you're gliding in story mode, then I would suggest turning on low gravity. Because it kind of changes it a little bit. Kind of seems like you're gliding, but really you're just falling really slowly. But, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. I mean, it's kind of just like when you do glide, you're kind of falling slowly, but at the same time, it's almost like wind is pushing you, making you go higher up. So, before we actually go into another racing thing, I actually want to see if we can hit the ramp with a plane. Now, I know it's not going to glide, of course. But, do I want to try? Yes.
I'm inside the military, and
so we're about to hit the ramp with a plane. I know it ain't going to do anything, it's just going to blow it up. But, I think it would be funny to try. Yep, it blew it up. But now, we have a stand for the plane. Oh, never mind. Kinda fell. Alright, but if you do want to glide, I actually do know for a fact that if you go to online, go to creator, and then you do it that way, it does work. It does work if you do it like that. I don't know how or why it works like that, but that's the only way I can say it works. What, ball scratcher? I thought you were streaming.
I am, but they're better.
Great, with my $10 car. I'll be back.
boy. No, you don't touch that boy. No. I'm saving all the wood in case I do use it. No, we're not going outside. Yeah, it's cold.
Oh, hey, sorry. Wait. Create a race. Excuse me. Stunt race. I got new shoes, but I didn't fit in them because my feet too big. I'm gonna end the stream though because I'm gonna scratch off the card that I just got and then buy this game that I want.
That'd be funny since you got the card.
And then once it all downloads, I'll start up another stream. So